Well, the Tihar chief, Vimla has been shunted out because of a statue of herself that was installed inside the prison. Now, Mehra had got a marble statue made in her likeness and installed within the Tihar jail. Now, she was removed after a letter was written by former MP Veena Verma, that's the widow of Nirmal Verma, to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, Vimla Mehra's alleged obsession with her own statue was such that it had even figured in the Tihar's in-house magazine. Well, I'm joined in for more on this by my colleague Akshita. Well, Akshita, quite an absurd likeliness, don't you think?
Absolutely, Deepak. In fact, some may even go ahead and call it amusing, but to the prisoners there, it was something that they could never understand as to why they were made to go ahead and worship this particular statue of sorts. This incident, in fact, came to light about 2 months ago, and immediately a letter was sent off to the Prime Minister's office, and it looks like Narendra Modi and the government refused to take such an incident lying down. In fact, it is understood that a former MP had gone ahead and written to the Prime Minister's office on June 9th, and of course in that there were also images of this particular statue. That's what of course you also see on your screens, which is of course where there's a statue of Mother India, and right next to that is the statue of Vimla Mehra, and it is understood that this life-size statue of hers was erected inside jail number 1, and prisoners were forced to bow before the statue and worship her as Vimla Ma. Now, this is taking power to a whole new level, Deepak. And, of course, whether they're prisoners or not, absolutely no one can go ahead and assert their power over them in such a manner. It is understood that because she was also the jail chief, the people there did not really have much of an option but to go ahead and do exactly whatever she said. And what you also notice is that it's placed right next to the statue of Mother India, and it's stated that she called the statue, she herself called it Vimla Ma. And when this incident came to light, immediately, of course, this particular letter was forwarded to the Home Ministry. They went ahead and took action. They informed the Lieutenant Governor Najib Jung, and he too has gone ahead and ordered Vimla Mehra's transfer now. And it is understood that even in Tihar's in-house magazine, this particular statue was much discussed, is what we understand, Deepak, but no action being taken until now. And finally, we understand that she has been transferred, but no word on exactly where she will be going off to. Of course, there was a lot of talk about Vimla Mehra. She is someone who is well known, considering she's only the second woman to serve as the DG of Tihar after, of course, Kiran Bedi. And she's said to have done her work very stringently, very strict with the prisoners as well. But, of course, some people also state that maybe she was suffering from some sort of personal issues, and that's why she went on to go ahead and call for such a worship of sorts within the Tihar jail, Deepak.
Well, Akshita, how long has the statue been there, and how was it allowed in the first place?
Well, considering, of course, that she was the DG, there are a lot of questions on whether, in fact, she went ahead and got the necessary authorization to go ahead and put up a statue such as that, whether she went ahead and decided that because she's the DG, she had the power to go ahead and do whatever she wanted in Tihar. To a large extent, she's the one who calls the shots in Tihar jail, Deepak. So it is understood that she didn't get it authorized as such by anyone, and that's where there's a lot of debate on whether, in fact, there's a need to go ahead and regularize exactly what's taking place inside Tihar jail, because there's no word on how long the statue's been there. There's no word on how long these prisoners have had to go ahead and continue worshipping this statue as Vimla Ma, almost as if she's a god. And that's what's a little worrying at this point, Deepak, which is that maybe there's too much freedom for officials within Tihar jail to go ahead and practice whatever they believe in.
Right, Akshita, thank you for all that information. Well, that was my colleague going on to say that it's not clear as to from when the statue has been placed here, but quite absurd fascination by the DG Vimla Mehra of Tihar jail, where she went on to install her very own statue in the jail and also asked prisoners to bow down to it.